What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City watch-along today. We are going to be doing the live watch-along of the Manchester derby for the semi-final Carabao Cup game between Manchester United and Manchester City at Old Trafford. This is a one-legged game. Anything goes. A team must go through to the final to face Tottenham Hotspur in April, and a team must go out. It's a huge clash for the Carabao Cup, a cup competition that Manchester City love to take seriously, and Manchester United looking to try and win a trophy and get some confidence, and Tottenham Hotspur seemingly looking to try and do the same. And so this is a really interesting game, and also it's very interesting in terms of the sides that both these teams have put out. They've both put out very strong sides, and so I'm looking forward to this game. Nonetheless, I think we should be in for a very good game. I'm hoping for a nice attacking game rather than Manchester United looking to sit deeper, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Now, first, before we do our preview for this game and have a look at the lineup and what we all think about what's going to happen for this game, obviously we can see that there is no monetization on this video. There is no promotion on this video. I would have done the same for today's transfer update that I put out, but I did schedule that from yesterday, and that was all sorted before we got the devastating news of the passing of Colin Bell, the Manchester City legend. And so this live stream today and tomorrow's transfer update is going to be dedicated to the memory of the Manchester City legend Colin Bell, who passed away sadly yesterday. And I just wanted to say that the thoughts of everyone at JSGC is with Colin's family and friends at this incredibly difficult time, and I'm sure there will be a minute's silence for this game, but I just wanted to take a brief moment here for reflection and just to admire just what Colin Bell has done, not only for Manchester City but also for football too. So this video is dedicated to the Manchester City legend Colin Bell. As we can see on the banner below, we have got a picture dedicated to him and his famous number 8 shirt that he did wear for Manchester City. And the Manchester City players will be walking out today wearing number 8 on their back. Hi there, we've got my dog joining us up here. Hello, you okay? That's nice, isn't it? Right, so preview time. We're going to speak about everything that is happening for this game. First, we've got Adam tuning in, Matthew tuning in, Alex as well, Nadia and Mitch. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for leaving your thoughts in the live chat on this side. That is much appreciated by me. Thank you everyone for choosing the JSGC channel to choose me for your live watch along for this Carabao Cup semi-final between Manchester United and Manchester City. Hello Dupe, thank you for tuning in as well. So let's have a look at our starting 11 for today. We're going to start off for a change with Manchester City, and in goal we do have Zack Steffen starting, followed by Joao Cancelo at right back, Oleksandr Zinchenko at left back, John Stones and Ruben Dias at centre back. Strong backline that from Manchester City. And we've got the nice formation of that Stones and Dias partnership, and so I'm hoping that although we had a great game against Chelsea at the weekend, we unfortunately conceded a goal right in the dying second, so I'm hoping we can rectify that and come out with a clean sheet. We've got Fernandinho captain in the side, playing in defensive midfield alongside Ilkay Gundogan. We've got Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez on one wing, I presume the right wing, and Phil Foden on the left wing, and it's going to be Raheem Sterling occupying through the middle, which is where Ferran Torres would have been playing had obviously he'd not tested positive for COVID-19. On the bench for Manchester City, we have James Trafford, the goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper for this game. Kyle Walker as well on the bench. I should imagine he'd be our third choice goalkeeper. He doesn't like conceding goals, so he's always an option there for Manchester City, of course, with the unfortunate news on Scott Carson also testing positive for coronavirus. So a speedy recovery to him and Cole Palmer too, who both tested positive today. I think there's been another staff member as well, so wishing them a speedy recovery as well. Got Sergio Aguero on the bench, Rodri, Gabriel Jesus, Benjamin Mendy, Felix Nemicha, Taylor Harwood, Bellis and Luke Mbeti as well. So a pretty strong bench that from Manchester City. Aguero not fit enough to be starting a game. I'm always under the impression if they're fit enough to be on the bench though, then they're fit enough to be starting. Walker and Jesus missing out on game time may bring them on if needed possibly. Obviously they've nice to see them returning. Obviously they've both had negative tests since isolating for Manchester City after testing positive. Was it Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, whenever it was, so nice to see them returning. For Manchester United, they've gone with a very strong squad as well. They've gone with Dean Henderson in goal rather than David De Gea. That's interesting. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Fred, McTominay, Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial leading the lines there for Manchester United. I suspect Martial and Rashford is where they've been looking towards to try and lead a bit of a counter-attack there. Manchester City will have extra cover there, so it's a very important midfield battle there. Fred, McTominay and Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes just sitting ahead of them in kind of like a diamond shape, going up against Fernandinho, Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. That's a very interesting midfield battle. Looking forward to seeing how that one plays out. Could be quite a stalemate, this one, so it could be quite a boring game. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping there's going to be goals and that it's going to be a nice feisty derby. Feisty and Manchester derbies haven't really gone together over the last couple of seasons or so. They've all been a bit too friendly for my liking, so hopefully we can get a bit of oomph, a bit of aggression back into the middle. That would be good. A bit of arrogance, something to really stir something up. A couple of meaty, crunchy tackles early on to really get the blood pumping and get that Derby Day feel, because over the last couple of seasons it has been a bit drab, let's be honest. On the bench for Manchester United, it's David De Gea, Eric Bailly, Juan Mata, Mason Greenwood, Daniel James, Alex, Nemanja Matic, Van der Beek, and Tuanzebe, I have no idea how you say his name. And yeah, that's the Manchester United team. So there we go. Hello! So we've got other people tuning in, nice to see. So we've got Nathaniel tuning in, so that is much appreciated, tuning in from his TV and watching the game on his phone. Love that, love the dedication, thank you. Phenomenal, is that how you say your name? Oh, butchering it, I'm terrible, I apologise for that, so thank you very much for that. Clarksman, thank you for tuning in as well once more, much appreciated by me. We've got Dad moderating the chat as well, that's much appreciated. Hello there, back at home, hope you are all well. We've got Miss Lee just become a member of the JSGC channel as well, love that one, that's fantastic. We've also got Mum tuning in, Nadia as well, and like I said, we've got Nis there also moderating the chat as well, so that is much appreciated. Lots of people now starting to tune in. We're already up to 33 likes on the stream as well, so that is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I hope everyone is safe and well that is watching this. I hope everyone is having as good a time as what they possibly can. It's our first live stream since the United Kingdom have gone into lockdown season 3. So yes, we will get through all this together. It is a right old mess. There we go. It's a situation that we are in. Like I said, I'm hoping 2021 will get better, but I feel like this is it gets worse before it does get better type situation. But yeah, we'll always remain hopeful nonetheless. Hello, Mum. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you are well. Nadir going for 2-1 to Manchester City. Imran just got back from root canal procedure. Ouch. Looking for City to rock this. Come on, City. Love that so much. That's brilliant. Hope you are feeling a lot better. Nis as well. I think it's going to be a narrow one. I think I'm going to agree with 1-0 to Manchester City. I think the goal's going to come through Kevin De Bruyne rather than Phil Foden. I think this is going to be a very narrow game. 1-0 Manchester City is what I'm going for. City to get through to the Carabao Cup final once more. That's what I reckon. What do you reckon? Let me know in the chat. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from. Always interested in where everybody is tuning in from. A 7 going for 4-0 to Manchester City. That would be brilliant. And Adam going for 3-1 to Manchester City, which again would be brilliant. And both going for 4 goals in the game. I'll take 4 goals every step of the way. Clarkman, thank you very much. I do appreciate the support, and I'm glad you are enjoying the videos. They are daily Manchester City transfer updates, so you do have another one to look forward to for tomorrow. As I mentioned at the beginning of this live stream, I am aware that more people are starting to tune in now than what was at the beginning, so I'll just repeat what I'd said before. Tomorrow's transfer update and also this video is dedicated to Manchester City legend Colin Bell. My transfer video that I've put out this morning is a scheduled video that I'd filmed before the news had come through of the passing of Colin Bell, and so I've chosen to dedicate this watch along and tomorrow's video to Colin Bell, which is why there's no mention of him in the video, which when I found out about it yesterday evening, absolutely devastated. A fantastic football player for Manchester City, the king of the Kippax, a wonderful, sensational football player that rightfully has a stand named after him at Manchester City. A legend of a football player, and I was just reading through some of the comments about Colin Bell and people telling their stories, and one thing that I really liked about Colin Bell was his personality, how he is a legend at Manchester City. Manchester City, although lots of people out there like to say that we have no fans, are a very big club, and he is one of, if not the biggest legend at Manchester City. He was a sensational football player. Absolutely sensational football player. And the one thing that I really liked about Colin Bell was the stories saying he was literally the type of person that would be like your next door neighbour. He'd live next to you, just live like everybody else, and you wouldn't even know that he was a Manchester City legend. It just suggests to me that he is a really, really humble person who I think is a big loss to the world of football and to the world of Manchester City as well. And so this video, live watch along, and tomorrow's video too, is dedicated to Manchester City's number 8, Colin Bell, who passed away yesterday. Very, very sad, and like I said, everyone that is associated with the JSGC channel is sending all of their thoughts to Colin's family and all of his friends as well. Rest in peace to Colin Bell. Yeah, Manchester City are going to be walking out wearing the old retro Manchester City 1970s style shirt, wearing the number 8 in dedication to Colin Bell. I was hoping that the team would be playing in the old-fashioned 70s kit and playing with number 8. I thought that would have been a lovely tribute, and they still might. I am aware that they are walking out. I'm not too sure if they're going to be playing in them kits as well. If they are, then I think that would be a really, really touching, lovely tribute to Manchester City legend Colin Bell. Yeah, I've sat in the Colin Bell stand a fair few times. Yeah, just brings it all home. It all has a very surreal feel to it. It almost feels like football is unimportant. What a massive game, the Manchester derby, and yet with the passing of Colin Bell, it almost feels like well, I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but I almost feel like I don't really care, if I'm completely honest. It's a game of football. We've lost a tremendous person, a tremendous legend to the game, and to Manchester City as well, so rest in peace to Colin Bell. Not really too much else that I can add on to that, if I'm completely honest. I'm sure there's lots of people out there with lots of stories. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that have mentioned. You know, I've read lots of nice stories of people saying that they went to go to Gig Lane to go and watch Bury, and everyone was buzzing about the young kid Colin Bell, and there were City scouts there to go and watch Colin Bell to see how good of a football player he was, and the scout would get talking with the fans, and the fans would say, "You'll see how good of a player he is." So yeah. sensational football player. Yeah, like I said, I just don't really think there's too much else to add on to it, really. Just a massive loss. It's really sad. It is. Made 394 senior appearances for Manchester City as well. Scoring 117 goals. Like I said, he does bear the nickname the King of the Kippax. Kippax, of course, one of the ends at Manchester City's Old Ground Main Road, if you aren't aware. There was chants named after him, especially in the build-up to the 1970 World Cup, with a fair few Manchester City players travelling with the England squad to Mexico, which included Francis Lee as well, former Manchester City man as well. Yeah, really sad, really sad. Really sad. Just like I said, I don't think there's too much else for me to add on there. Rest in peace to Colin Bell. Right, so Dad going for 2-1 City, McSid going for 2-1 to City. I'm going for 1-0 to City for this game. Let's not forget City went to the Emirates Stadium in the last round just before Christmas, annihilated Arsenal, gave them a spanking, sent them home crying, and progressed. And our reward, a match at Old Trafford, Manchester derby, semi-final, a place in a final, a place at Wembley for the cup that Man City love to win. There isn't really too much else to add on to that. It is a massive game, and I'm really looking forward to this one. And I'm hoping that Manchester City will put in a high-class quality performance, a performance that will match the prestige of what Colin Bell offered to Manchester City. I want City to put in a performance that will make Colin proud of Manchester City. This is a time for Manchester City to really showcase what they're about, show their class on the pitch and off the pitch, and see what we're capable of and see what happens. I do want to say one big thing, and it comes in terms of Manchester United. I did put it on Twitter. A quote retweeted it yesterday. How class their tweet was in their dedication to Colin Bell. There's a lot of people in them comments, to Sky Sports, to Manchester United, to Manchester City, that had very tasteless things to say when the news broke of Colin Bell's passing. Yet the tweet that Manchester, let me just get it up actually, just so I can read it to you, because it's one of the best tweets that I've seen ever, really, for me. So let me just find it for you, just so I can read it to you. So here we go. So, Manchester United quote retweeted Man City breaking the news of their sadness and heaviest of hearts to announce the passing of City legend Colin Bell, to which United put, all of us at Manchester United are deeply saddened by the passing of Colin Bell, a true footballing legend. Condolences to Colin's loved ones and everyone at Manchester City. # a City United. That's a sensational tweet there by Manchester United, and that's class, absolutely class. Don't like Manchester United, but that is absolutely class from them. So every respect to the Twitter admin that posted that for this game. Right, I'm just going to get myself a drink very quickly from the fridge behind me. We'll crack a cider open, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll for this big Manchester derby in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Oh, that's nice and chilled, which is nice. Oh, there we go. Sorted. Now, don't normally drink on a work day. Obviously, we're back to work, and yes, still working during lockdown, which, man, I'm a key worker. I don't really know how to feel about that, if I'm honest. There you go. I'm a key worker. But yeah, it's a Manchester derby. We're working hard. We're going to enjoy ourselves, is what I'm thinking there. So yeah, we've got ourselves another stellar cider to go with the game. My favourite cider. Huge game. What's not to like? Chin chin. Oh, that is nice. Oh, that is nice. That is very nice, very sweet, lovely. Right, I'm just waiting for the last bits of build-up to kick-off here. Is all we're waiting for now. We're less than 8 minutes away. Cheers, Dad. Cheers, cheers. Chin, chin. Oh, that is nice. It's very nice. And so, yes, Tottenham went through yesterday against Brentford, winning 2-0. So it is Tottenham that await the winner of today's game. Tottenham knocking out Brentford yesterday. So only thing left to sort now is who meets with Tottenham at Wembley Stadium. If we get this vaccine rolling out, we'll think positive. Maybe fans may be allowed in the stadium for the final, and I think that'd be brilliant. I think I'd be delighted if fans were allowed in that stadium. I've been to a Carabao Cup final before. It is a good experience. Putting it to the end of April where it'll be a bit warmer too, I think it'd be a great day out there. I think it'd be a great way for fans, all fans, to return to stadiums as well. If that was granted, that'd be brilliant. I think that's a good. Talking point actually. If they were to say once they've vaccinated the four most vulnerable groups, if they're saying that you can return to football stadiums at a full capacity by the time the final of the Carabao Cup comes about, if that was to be City's first game with fans returning to the stadium, would you be happy to return to the stadium and go to the game and go and watch Manchester City? Would you feel safe and would you go and do that? I think that's a very interesting question. And that'd be very interesting. As Smith Soccer News tuning in from Fife, as always, in Scotland. Love it. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Always interested in knowing where everyone is tuning in from. As we've got Nadir tuning in from Ireland, just across the Irish Sea. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Best seen City scored at Old Trafford. So the best goal I've seen City score at Old Trafford. It's a good question. I mean, I'm not going to say... It's quite a difficult one, that, to be fair. I think I'd probably have to say the goal that Dzeko scored, the 6th goal at Old Trafford, just for the through ball. The assist was incredible from David Silva, so I'd probably go for that. That's what I'm going for. Jonathan's going for 2-0 there to Manchester City, which I would say that every step of the week. I'm not listening. What's Ollie saying in his interview? I'm not having a listen. I've got everything on mute. And Manchester City are going to be coming out in their... retro 1970s style Manchester City kit with number 8 on the back. City do have clothing underneath it, so City aren't going to be playing in that, which is unfortunate. Like I said, it would have been a nice tribute that to Colin Bell to have actually played in that kit, but there we go. As we've got Salah tuning in. Olayori, thank you for tuning in as well. Hello, hope you are well. We've got Tiquo as well, tuning in from Malaysia. All the way in Malaysia. What time is it in Malaysia? Wow. Wow. Atik, I'm going for Kevin De Bruyne to find the winner. 1-0 Manchester City is what I'm going for. The De Bruyne with the winner. As JJ11 going for 3-1 to Manchester City. I would take a 3-1 win if I'm completely honest. I think that would be a decent result. And Jonathan, much of the same. I'm going for, hoping for Manchester City to win, put in a good performance, and do that with Colin Bell in mind. If you just go on my profile, you should see the join button next to the subscribe button if you want to join, but you know, it's not a big deal if you don't want to. As Manchester City make their way out. Joey tuning in from sunny and warm Dubai. Love it. I love the score as well. 4-0 Manchester City. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Jonathan, I'll be previews. Probably not for the month of January because I'm just so busy. Like I said, still working. Daily Manchester City transfer updates. We're doing the watch-alongs. The schedule's just packed. So I don't really have spare time other than at weekends. Yeah, probably not. Not for January. Once we get into February and onwards, possibly, maybe. Never say never is what I will say. Bernardo could be a big miss there for Manchester City. He could be right there. Sasid, what's how you say your name? Valentin, thank you for tuning in. Hello. Favourite current City player? Probably Fernandinho. How about you? Yeah, I'm going to go for Fernandinho. As Manchester United are also out here, so we're not too far now off kickoff. Not too far at all. Only a minute away now. Which is sensational stuff. Nice to see Phil Foden starting in Manchester Derby as well. Which is good. Premier League, thank you for tuning in once more. Could well be a Kevin De Bruyne leading the line and having a kind of diamond effect for City with Foden and Gundogan. I'm not sure. I reckon it's going to be Sterling through the middle and Foden out wide, what I'm going for. And yeah, Gundogan is having a very good season. Bob, thank you for tuning in. Hello, hope you are well. City wearing black armbands tonight in tribute to Colin Bell, and I imagine there'll probably be a minute's silence as well, which we of course will be very respectful to on here on the JSGC channel. So here we go. And that's our minute silence for Colin Bell. Manchester City legend. Devastating. Absolutely devastating. So it is going to be Manchester City getting us underway, attacking from right to left, United attacking from left to right, City playing in their blue kit, white shorts and blue socks, Manchester United playing in their red shirts, white shorts and black socks, attacking from left to right as Riyad Mahrez gets us underway for the start of this Manchester derby. Anyway, it's Manchester City attacking first here. It's Oleksandr Zinchenko on the left-hand side. United looking to press Manchester City nice and early here. As we've got Taito tuning in from Indonesia. Love it, love it. Jonathan going 2-0 to City. I like that, I like that. Premier League going for 2-1. We've got Sahil tuning in from India as well. That's brilliant. Thank you for tuning in. The City finding a bit of space on the right-hand side, but the ball too heavy and does go out for a goal kick, which Dean Henderson will take for Manchester United. As United are in space, and it's a good save from Steffen, and a rebound goes into the back of the net. Is the goal standing? Offside flag is up, so the goal does not stand. We do have VAR. That was all a bit too easy from Manchester United. He is slightly offside there, Marcus Rashford. Good bit of space, into space. Good save from Steffen. I'm not too sure what that rebound and defending was from Manchester City there, if I'm completely honest. A good save from Steffen. Just hits John Stones and goes into the back of the net. So to get away with that one. Offside flag is up though, so it remains 0-0. Ederson's currently isolated. Has COVID. Cider's always working good for me. So City now with possession. Zinchenko was a terrible pass. And a good tackle in the end. As the United player just got sent flying. And this is scrappy. What's going on here? Anyway, Phil Foden on the left-hand side, bringing the ball forward for City. Looking for space. Dragon tuning in once more. Thank you for tuning in from Jamaica. Cold in Jamaica. Don't associate Jamaica and cold. How cold are we talking here? City on the right-hand side now. Joao Cancelo. Oleksandr Zinchenko on the left-hand side. Bringing Manchester City forward. Phil Foden. Mark, the cider is sweet and nice. Thank you very much. City just switching it about. I mean, seen a fair bit of the ball in the first 4 minutes or so here. However, it's Manchester United that had the first opportunity. United look to try and intercept, and the ball gets threaded through. It will go... I thought City would let that go out of play, and they do for a goal kick. That's a great bit of passing and interplay here from Manchester City. It's Raheem Sterling bringing the ball forward for City. Worked out to the left-hand side. There's a chance here. Foden squares it across, and there's the first goal! Manchester City, I think the offside flag's gone up. Ilkay Gundogan shaking his finger. It's City now with a chance to score the goal. Let's have a look. And yeah, he is offside. So yeah, 2 offside goals. There we go. 2 offside goals. Remains 0-0. Both sides can consider themselves unlucky. That was good work from City. 26 degrees. I'm hoping that's 26 degrees Fahrenheit and not Celsius, because if that's Celsius, I can tell you right now, that isn't cold. That's really warm. It's currently, what, 0 degrees here? Freezing? Yeah, around that. It's not as cold as what it's been, but it is cold. As Henderson launches the ball forward, and City just let that go out of play for a throw-in. Bit of a rocky start, this one. Not really too sure what to make of it. Both sides have had the ball in the back of the net both times. The offside flag has gone up. First for an own goal from John Stones, and then a nice little work and play from Manchester City, and a good finish from Ilkay Gundogan. United, though, stolen the ball off City. Poor giveaway. Ball comes into the box. It's not a great ball in from Pogba and goes out of play for a goal kick to Manchester City. A lot of mistakes from City, just been a bit too casual, a bit lackadaisical at times. It's a good ball floated across. It's just not with any accuracy towards any players. It's one of them that I like to call right idea, not great execution. So it's United looking to try and press City and force the mistakes. Once City beat the initial press and make things happen, is when City are finding the space to get in and around at Manchester United. As Wan-Bissaka intercepts, the ball goes out of play for a throw-in. So it's Zinchenko now with a throw-in for Manchester City. Inside their own half, Riyad Mahrez, back to Zinchenko. Zinchenko working the ball out to Ruben Dias. He goes back to goalkeeper Zack Steffen. It's a poor ball out, and it goes straight out of play for a throw-in there to Manchester City inside the City half. This is like some bits of play from City. Phenomenal. Other bits of play, not so phenomenal. As United have a shot. What a save! Brilliant shot from Bruno Fernandes. What a save by Zack Steffen. Another bit of poor giveaway there from Manchester City. Good bit of pressing from United. Steffen out of his goal. First time hit. Great save from Zack Steffen. What a save. Gets a good, strong right hand to it. And gets it comfortably round the post for a corner there to Manchester United. Poor bit of play from City, but a great save nonetheless from Zack Steffen there. I was just in the middle of just sorting out the live chat and everything, getting all the functions and features on. What a save from Steffen, though. What a save. Corner for Manchester United, though. It's going to be Luke Shaw taking it. Corner comes in. Headed up. Zack Steffen gets a fist to it and cleared eventually by Manchester City. Although not very conventionally. Can Raheem Sterling get his foot onto it? It's going to be intercepted, although he does a good tackle and gets the ball back. He's got Paul Pogba for company and goes out of play for a throw in there to Manchester City. So United intercept. City just struggling along a little bit here first 10 minutes. They put the ball in the back of the net, but they're not really flowing it. And United's intercepting and pressing Manchester City here. It's not been a great first 10 minutes or so from City as United pick up a free kick inside their own half. Premier League, my score prediction, I'm going for 1-0 to Manchester City. As Fernandinho's nearly pressed into a mistake. Gunnar does well to keep hold of it. Mahrez does as well. Here's Phil Foden now on the left-hand side. Back to Gundogan. Joao Cancelo whips a ball into the box. Goes nice and early. Intercepted well. Ilkay Gundogan takes control and it's not a good pass inside the United area. Fernandinho looks to press, concedes a free kick. So all the pressure dealt with there as Bruno Fernandes isn't happy with something with Fernandinho. He's shoving Fernandinho. Bruno Fernandes and Fernandinho squaring up a little bit. Yeah, we've got a bit of derby feistiness there. Takes Fernandinho to get a bit going there for City. I think Fernandinho knows exactly what he's doing there to Bruno Fernandes. Love it. Love everything about it. I'm going to miss Fernandinho if he leaves. I mean, everyone's crying out for an Aguero contract extension, but I'm telling you right now, I'd quite like a Fernandinho contract extension as well. Still think he's got a lot to offer City. As United come forward, it's a poor pass out, allows the interception to eventually take place, and Zinchenko will clear the lines for City, passing to Phil Foden. Fernandinho now. Driving City forward. De Bruyne, good pass. Raheem Sterling on the right-hand side. It does look like De Bruyne is going through the middle. De Bruyne now has a shot. Hits the post. Oh, big chance that for City. De Bruyne got a very, very sweet connection onto that and it crashes off the post and straight out back into action. Desperately unlucky from City. We've had the ball in the back of the net. We've hit the post. We're not playing very well. Yet we're still making things happen. So close indeed. That's a poor bit of control there from De Bruyne and United can come away with it. Martial goes down, wants a penalty, not happening. Goal kick given. And to end this, great chance. Space opens up for De Bruyne and rockets it and it smashes against the post. The amount of time that De Bruyne had there on his stronger right foot, I'd probably be expecting him to be putting the shot on target and finding the back of the net there, if I'm honest, even though he's crashed it against the post and it's desperately unlucky. Steffen looks a little bit more settled. Looked a bit uncomfortable in the first 20 minutes or so in the match against Chelsea. After United put the ball into the net for it to be disallowed early on in this game, I was a bit worried about Steffen and him becoming settled, but it seems to be doing okay. He looks relatively comfortable with his distribution and ball at his feet, as City have had 72% possession at the moment compared with United's 28%. Yet United do look look dangerous going forward on the counter-attack, and City are looking dangerous when they can eventually beat the United press to launch the ball forward, as Raheem Sterling intercepts well here for City. It's Joao Cancelo now on the right-hand side, bringing City forward. Raheem Sterling back to Cancelo. I am on Cider. Stella Artois once more, Andrew. Enjoying myself here. Wednesday evening, a place at Wembley and a cup final on the line. There we go. As United head the ball clear, it's Raheem Sterling picking the ball up though inside the United half, midway through, driving forward. Cancelo on the right hand side, exchanging passes. It's Riyad Mahrez now, threads it through. Kevin De Bruyne, can he get something across? He can. United will defend it, and they should clear their lines, stop the ball going out for a corner there, although City do intercept. The loose ball is picked up by United. Mahrez looks to press and wins the ball back cleanly. It's Fernandinho. Is he going to have a shot? Looked like he was lining one up, decides against it, and Raheem Sterling now into the penalty area. Back out of the penalty area now. Fernandinho on the right-hand side. Heavy touch there from, I think that was Cancelo. And so City bringing the ball forward on the left-hand side. It's Phil Foden. Zinchenko now to Riyad Mahrez. It's whoever wants to play in the centre, really, rather than having a specific player going through the middle. It's Fernandinho. Riyad Mahrez. Ilkay Gundogan. Looking lively, Ilkay Gundogan. Looking to drive at the United defence. The intercept and bring it away now. Bruno Fernandes. Can he pierce the City defence? Zinchenko should get there and eventually does, and Ruben Dias smacks the ball out for a throw in there to Manchester United, making sure that there is no potential danger to the City goal. Good defending there from City's newest signing from the summer, Ruben Dias, and what a signing he has been. Fernandinho. That's a poor pass from Cancelo. The pass was never on, and Pogba intercepts, and Al City are in danger. He gets threaded through an interception, and he's just wrong-footed. I think Rashford there, so he couldn't capitalise upon that. He wasn't expecting the interception. Foden looked to try and press Wan-Bissaka. He's done really well there, Foden. Managed to win the ball, and Wan-Bissaka just goes right through him there. Chops down Foden, a free kick given to Manchester City. Here is Riyad Mahrez for Manchester City, bringing the ball forward once more. Ruben Dias. Riyad Mahrez playing in a defensive midfielder. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Zinchenko. On Kabetsi's essay, I presume South Africa? If so, very nice. Is Zinchenko. Out on the left, Phil Foden, Ilkay Gundogan, forced backwards with United's press. It's United's front line that's causing the problems for City. That's where the dangers are, because United's defence looks a bit all over the place, allowing City's attackers way too much space. It's why City's already put the ball in the back of the net, albeit it was offside, and why Kevin De Bruyne has hit the post. Frail at the back, United. Zack Steffen launches the ball out of play for a throw into Manchester United. Not a good clearance from the City number 2. Ederson isolating. Zack Steffen in goal. Scott Carson isolating means that we've had to call up James Trafford, the young Manchester City goalkeeper. He is on the bench tonight acting as Manchester City's number 2. So, yeah, nice to see James on the bench. And if Ederson can't feature, it'll be very interesting if James Trafford maybe might get a game at the weekend for the FA Cup game against Birmingham City, possibly, which you never know. So the throw-in comes in from Manchester United. Pogba. I'm very happy for Paul Pogba to be out in a wide position. I don't think his strengths are out wide. As City managed to intercept the ball, and Riyad Mahrez can try and launch City on a counter-attack. Fernandinho, great play from Gundogan to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling does really well to keep hold of the ball. Passes slightly behind Ilkay Gundogan, but doesn't stop him finding Phil Foden now, well into the Manchester United half. Phil Foden to Fernandinho. Nice one-touch footballers from City. De Bruyne puts the ball into the box. Should be dealt with, although the loose ball is picked up by Manchester City. United have enough bodies, though, to scramble the ball clear. Ball is in the air. Fernandinho doesn't win the initial header. Ruben Dias wins the next header, but United pick up the loose second ball. So it's Bruno Fernandes now to Paul Pogba on the United left-hand side. Pogba switches play into the City half. It's Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. It's got Phil Foden for company on the right-hand side, or Manchester City's left. Ball gets driven through, looked offside. The flag does go up, and Manchester City will have a free kick after Martial had stepped into an offside position. That's what we like to see, the offside flag going up. So we are 20 minutes into this game. It is Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0. Typical Manchester derby, really. A bit of a boring affair at this moment in time. City not at their fluent best, yet still creating opportunities. Manchester United looking to be nice and high with their press, looking to try and create their own opportunities. Both sides have already had the ball in the back of the net. Manchester United were the first after, I think it was 4 minutes, through John Stones, as Fernandinho looks to see off pressure from the high intensity press from United, and he does really well to ensure that City keep hold of the ball. It's Ruben Dias to Zinchenko, who manages to get the ball off McTominay and out for a throw-in. So yeah, Manchester United had the ball in the back of the net first. It was via John Stones after a shot came in from Marcus Rashford, which was, I think it was Rashford anyway, that was well saved by Steffen. It just came back out to John Stones, hits his leg, and Steffen couldn't get up in time to get the ball out of the net, but thankfully the offside flag went up and he was offside. Then a couple of minutes later, Manchester City put the ball in the back of the net through Ilkay Gundogan. A good bit of build-up play, but again, just like Manchester United, found themselves half a yard, 1 yard offside, and so the goal was ruled out. And then Manchester City hit the post just before the 15-minute mark through Kevin De Bruyne, as De Bruyne space opened up just on the outside of the box, and on his stronger right foot got a shot away. In my opinion, Kevin De Bruyne, at the quality that he's got, is probably disappointed his shot wasn't on target. Someone of De Bruyne's quality, I'd be expecting him from the distance and space that he had to be hitting the target, as De Bruyne puts the ball into the box. United defend though, and it goes out for a corner here to Manchester City. Scott Carson, he is currently self-isolating after testing positive for COVID-19 after Manchester City's latest round of coronavirus tests, which took place, I think yesterday, and results were announced today. Cole Palmer's also tested positive along with the City staff, so I'm wishing all them a speedy recovery. They will now isolate. I think it's 10 days. So City with the corner. They choose to pass it rather than just put a ball in. Don't get the point of this anyway. Ball goes in. It's cleared by Manchester United through Paul Pogba. Zinchenko. Now De Bruyne. Ilkay Gundogan. I think City have they picked up something somewhere, definitely. Rumours are it was from London, in a hotel from the Arsenal game that we had in the Carabao Cup, and it's kind of just spread around the squad. It's very contagious. That is what happened. I think this will go on for another couple of weeks or so, really, till they manage to get control of things. That's a great ball. Phil Foden now. The offside flag, I think, stays down. Foden, can he put it in? He can! 1-0 Manchester City. I think the offside flag has gone up once more, though. VAR has to make that decision for it to go in. Oh, no, offside. Yeah, he definitely sets off early, and he's offside about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards offside. Good finish, though, by Phil Foden. Puts it right through the legs of Henderson, waits for them to open up. There, another offside. 2 offside goals for City now. As we wait for the illustrious, legal first goal of this game. We've had 3 disallowed goals now. 1 for Manchester United and 2 for Manchester City. Frustrating. United now coming forward. Into the box. Rashford twisting, turning, shot. What a block. What a block there from Ruben Dias. Everyone's giving him high fives, and boy does he deserve that. That looked goal bound. A goal-saving interception and out for a corner to Manchester United. Ruben Dias with a great block with his knee. Great bit of defending. What a signing Ruben Dias has been. We are winning on offside goals now. It's what we like. Corner comes in. It's flicked on at the back post and out for a goal kick there to Manchester City. It's just going to be hoofed clear now. That's a little stinks of an interception, this. Yep, and Luke Shaw does manage to win the ball back for Manchester United. Yeah, it's an interesting one there, Dragon, with Cancelo. Seems to be playing as like a right-sided defensive midfielder, doesn't he? Ball comes forward, and now to play there for a goal, for a throw in there to Manchester City inside the United half. So we're through 27 minutes or so here. It is Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0 here in the Manchester Derby for this semi-final match between for this Manchester Derby game. Hello, Javen. That's going to go straight out of play for a throw-in, for a goal kick, sorry, to Manchester United. Yeah, I don't think there's extra time, is there? It goes straight to penalties, or it should. As far as I'm aware, the only time we get extra time is in the final. So this should go straight to penalties if it finishes 0-0. So at least we don't have to put up with an extra half an hour. But on the upside, I'm happy with the... we know, fans, it is a bit of a nightmare getting to games for 7:45. But I'm happy for a 7:45 kickoff when there's no fans in. I prefer 7:45 kickoffs to 8 o'clock or 8:15. But there we go. As Manchester City get themselves a throw-in inside the United half after a poor pass from United at the back. Splits between 2 players and goes straight out to play for a throw-in. Can't believe on head-to-head Solskjaer has got a better record than Pep Guardiola. What's going on there? The PE teacher. As City clear their lines. I'm happy with no second leg, if I'm honest. I'm happy with no extra time and no second leg. Eases the congestion. I think replays in the FA Cup, they've been scrapped for this season. I think they should be permanently scrapped. There's just no need for all these games. Here's the game. 1 leg. Anything goes. Straight knockout. Typical cup competition. Let's go. I don't think City have got much of a choice to be fielding the team that they've got out there. It's not City's strongest 11, but we can't field our strongest 11 with so many players either out injured or isolating. So I think City have gone with one of the strongest squads available for their selection. I'm happy with today's team anyway. Got nearly 175 people now tuning in, which is fantastic. So hello, welcome everybody is joining in. Typical Gary Neville for you. I don't mind him as a pundit. As a commentator, yeah, I can see what you mean, yeah. It's always pro Manchester United, so if you have him for a Manchester United game, then there we go. He does also critique United, but still, I do get what you mean. As United do well to keep hold of the ball. Rashford now into space, driving at the City back line. Good pull back across, and it should be intercepted by City and is. Proud. Why are you wanting Manchester City to win? Is it just a despise of Manchester United, considering you're supporting Aston Villa? Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. Which player would I like to see City sign in January? Probably, I think every signing I'd like City to make is a summer signing rather than a January signing. So I'm looking at what little areas could we tweak to improve. As De Bruyne does a poor giveaway. It's mopped up, though, well by that man, Ruben Dias. What a signing he has been. So we've got nearly 200 people now tuning in. Fantastic, thank you. Hello, welcome. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I think I'd probably go for... Yeah, that's a good ball. And Steffen will pick it up. Very unlucky that for Rashford. But I'd probably go for Zakaria. If we want Zakaria as a defensive midfielder, I'd probably try and get him signed up. And if we can't bring him in, but we want to bring in someone like Douglas Luiz and have them, while we've got Fernandinho to learn, then I'd be happy for that to happen. I'm not sure if we've got the option to sign Douglas Luiz in a winter window, though. I know this summer... The ball comes in, it's dealt with by United. I know we've got the option to sign him this summer. I'm not sure if we've got the option to sign him for winter, so I don't know. But yeah, whoever we see as our long-term Fernandinho replacement, I'd probably try and get them in this winter so they can learn from Fernandinho for the next few months. I just say Douglas Luiz because it's a nice simple transfer for City to get done because we have the option to sign him. There's mention of Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach, and if that's the case, then you don't have to worry about Douglas Luiz being touched because that's the end of that one. It's all about who City will go for. We'll have to wait and see, if I'm honest. I presume Douglas Luiz, I know he's highly rated at Villa's having another good season, which is always good to see. I mean, the only reason City ever sold him in the first place was because we couldn't get him on a work permit because he was never going to be a first-team player until, he's had the game time, and Villa could offer that, so... to get his work permit, he was sold. There's that chance for Rashford. Rashford looked a toe offside. There been a very interesting one for VAR had Rashford controlled that and put that in the back of the net, but as it is, he couldn't control it, and Steffen picked up that loose ball. No like target for today's video. There's no ads running, there's no sponsors, there's no promos or anything, there's no pushing or anything like that. It's just a pure football video, a pure dedication to Colin Bell, Manchester City legend that passed away yesterday at the age of 74. So rest in peace to Colin Bell. A sensational player at Manchester City, a very humble person as well, and so the entirety of this live watch along is dedicated to him, and I see it only fitting that there is nothing running on this video. So like I said, literally no promos, that includes likes or anything, so no like goals. Same with my transfer update as well tomorrow, as United have a shot and it's over the bar. Good shot there from McTominay. Gets a clean connection on that. Too much power, flies over the bar thankfully, and out for a goal kick to City, as we're only 11 minutes now away from half time. Ah, that's nice. How do I do my sponsors? What do you mean? How do I make the videos, or how do I get sponsors? As United's got a big opportunity here. Shot comes in, it's blocked well by Manchester City. And actually Raheem Sterling picks up the ball and a possible chance for a counter-attack if he can get his head up. And does eventually. United just working their way back into this game. Last 5 minutes, possession for United, 53% compared with 47% for Manchester City. It's a good ball over. De Bruyne needs to leave that because he's offside, but Raheem Sterling isn't. He's in a good position here. Gets clattered, he goes down, and the referee says no penalty. Raheem Sterling could have put... He's on his stronger right-hand side. Nice to see Raheem Sterling on the right-hand side. He could have just put his foot through that and looked for the far post. Not too sure why he's gone flying into... I'm not sure he was looking for a penalty, but just took a touch too many there. Could have just put his foot through that. As McTominay is now bringing United forward. Pretty end-to-end. It's been an entertaining game, even though it is 0-0. It's exactly how I thought the game was going to be, though. A very close, drawn-out game. Very narrow. I still think City will sneak it 1-0. That's why I said 1-0 as my score prediction. United coming forward once more. Good tackle from City. Getting some good positions, United. Just not making anything work. And then City just looking to spring counter-attacks. 3 or 4 passes and City work it from their own penalty area to United's. Foden. Lots of twisting and turning on the left-hand side. Fernandinho through the centre now. And this is at Old Trafford. De Bruyne. To Ilkay Gundogan in the centre. John Stones. Pepe's starting to utilise Cancelo more and more in different positions. Seeing Cancelo either go right wing back, a right-sided defensive midfielder. Wouldn't surprise me if we see him through the middle at some point in a possible defensive midfield role, or even into central midfield. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see Cancelo pop up at centre back, and we've even seen him pop up 1 or 2 times in the penalty area as well. I think Cancelo's been one of the standouts for Man City. As Foden driving it to Wan-Bissaka. Here's Fernandinho now. Back out to Phil Foden. In his space, get it across and cleared by Harry Maguire. Oleksandr Zinchenko just going to let that one roll out for a throw into Manchester City. Paul Pogba, I just don't think he's suited to the pace of the Premier League. A much slower league suits him, so he can dictate the play. Somewhere like Juventus really suited him. I think that was his ideal place to be. Shouldn't really have left. But when you go chasing the money, that's what happens. As Mahrez does well to get a ball across, but it is cleared by Manchester United. Didn't really have many options there, Mahrez. City want the throw-in. Zinchenko not happy, but United get the throw, and it didn't look like a United throw, if I'm honest. As we've got, 6 minutes or so remaining of this first half. It is Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0. That's a good tackle there from Cancelo to dispossess Paul Pogba. Does really well there. And here's Cancelo combining with Kevin De Bruyne. It's a poor pass by Cancelo back to De Bruyne, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. Just have to win bigging him up. The ball's hoofed over. It's picked up by Marcus Rashford on the right hand side here. United just growing themselves into this game. I reckon the first goal in this game is the team that wins this game. That's what I reckon. No light goal on this live stream today, Dragon. Fernandinho works the ball really nicely out wide. That's a great ball here. There's a chance here for City. De Bruyne. Can he get it across? He can, but it's not a good ball across. And Wan-Bissaka volleys the ball out for a throw into Manchester City. Ah. Got FIFA talk going on in the chat, so I'm going to stay quiet because I don't know anything about it. So it's going to be sold short. Zinchenko does well, although City do get a free kick on the initial foul. Stones. Ball's been worked nicely here by City. Can they keep hold of it? They can. Ball's threaded through. Maguire just cuts that one out though. It's all a bit hopeful from City at the moment. Need to just step it up a little bit second half, I'm thinking. Still got 3 minutes or so left of this first half as the ball goes in. I'm surprised there's not more appeals there for handball. City want a free kick. Referee's not giving anything. Nothing's been given today. Everything seems like it's written in the stars for 0-0 penalties. Not sure I can do penalties if I'm honest. Zinchenko gets his head up. Foden, Gundogan, Zinchenko. So you're going backwards here. United's press just working City backwards, and so City have to work their attack across the pitch. It's all just a bit meh. It's pretty much the only word I've got. It's all a bit meh. Ruben Dias drives City forward. Just literally driving City forward. Gundogan can't control it. Now he's out of position. It will be mopped up though by Cancelo, who definitely looks like he's playing defensive midfield today, Cancelo. It's like a Fernandinho at centre back and John Stones at right back and Cancelo defensive midfield. What? What is the system? Pep Guardiola. Fernandinho now. I mean, I'm always, it always amazes me how the players aren't really confused, because I'd be well confused. But then again, that's why I'm not a professional football player getting paid £200,000 per week. I think it's just United's setup and style of play, press and counter-attack, absorb the pressure, don't concede, is key to Manchester United's play. And then try and get that first goal and put City under pressure. The style and how they like to play just, I think, suits against City. Kind of, the game plan does go out the window if they go behind. They run the risk of their game plan being completely undone. As United's got a big chance here. It's a poor ball by Bruno Fernandes to try and thread it through to Marcus Rashford on the right-hand side as we go into the first minute, or the only minute actually, of added on time here as United win the ball high up. Once again, City just a bit sloppy with the ball, and United can't get the ball into the box, and City pick up the loose ball. So we've got 30 seconds, last attack possibly. It's City with the ball. Raheem Sterling into the United half now. Kevin De Bruyne probably will... Oh, he's going to go down the right-hand side. Mahrez into the penalty area now. Can we get a goal? Mahrez gets a shot. It's blocked by Maguire, and United will bring it away, and that could well be that, although Fernandinho steals in front to win the ball back for City. 15 seconds to go here. City needs to be quick. Mahrez might even have a shot. Fancies a shot. Has a shot, and it flashes wide of the post there. And that will more than likely be that for the first half. Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0. As Pep Guardiola's already off, as the whistle does go for half-time. So it is at Old Trafford here in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0. Big talking points. We've had 3 goals. All 3 goals have been disallowed. Yes, that's right. First offside, Rashford. Good save from Zack Steffen. Rebounds off John Stones and goes into the back of the net. Thankfully, the offside flag went up, and VAR did confirm that there was offside in the build-up from the initial shot from Rashford, and so the goal was disallowed. Manchester City then scored a couple of minutes later through Ilkay Gundogan. Good work of play. Ilkay Gundogan had just drifted into an offside position. He was about a yard offside, the same as what Rashford was for his goal. Kevin De Bruyne a few minutes later then smashed the post for Manchester City. Like I said before, I think he'll be very disappointed not to have put that shot on target with the time and space that he had on his stronger right foot. I think he'll be disappointed that that ball didn't find the top corner, if I'm completely honest. There we go. And then Manchester City had their second goal disallowed, this time through Phil Foden with a nice little finish under the legs of Dean Henderson. However, Phil Foden was a good 1.5, 2 yards offside, and so all the correct decisions have been made. Man City have looked likely that they might find a goal when presented an opportunity. They just need to try and legit find their way through Manchester United. Manchester United's high pressing, high up, has caused City lots of problem, and they're looking very dangerous for creating their own attack. United's defence looking fragile, but it's holding on here to a clean sheet. Manchester City's midfield build-up play has been good at some points, and very lackadaisical at others, and so City need to just get through them gears, work themselves forward, and just sharpen up a little bit, and keep pushing and trying to find that goal. I think this is going to be a very close game. I think this is going to be 1 goal in it. I don't think this is going to be both teams to score. I think the next goal will win this tie and will go through to that final to play Tottenham Hotspur in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley on April 25th. So there we go. That is a roundup of that first half. We're going to look at the stats now for this game, see if we can draw up any conclusions or anything, and move from there. Interesting, just having a look at the odds. United are 11-4 to win this game. Manchester City favourites at 5-4 currently at half time, and a draw is 13-8. So there we go. So in terms of possession, 68% possession for Manchester City in the first half, 32 for Manchester United, 3 shots for City, none on target, It's a bit disappointing. And 5 shots for United, 1 on target, and I think they'll be disappointed with that as well. A couple of block shots for United, 1 for Manchester City. Passing percentage completion rate is at 82% for Manchester United. Manchester City's is at just under 91%, so that's really good. Like I said, though, the passing just needs to sharpen up at times, because when City are giving the ball away, although it isn't very often, United, when they're winning that ball back, are looking very, very dangerous. Neither side have managed to create any clear-cut chances. United had a couple of corners compared with City's 1. United had 3 offsides to City's 2, so 5 offsides. 3 of them 5 offsides have been goals, which just about sums up this first half, in my opinion. Tackle completion rate at Manchester City's at 50%, United's at 44.4%. And speaking of 44.4%, takes us nicely onto aerial duel completion rate. United's at 44.4, City's at 55.6. 1 save for Steffen to make, none for Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson's just had to pick the ball out of his net twice, and they're both being offside. A little bit frustrating. As far as I'm aware, this game doesn't have any extra time. This will go straight to penalties, and unless things sharpen up in the second half from either side, then I think this game is on a one-way ticket to a penalty shootout. 0-0 would be my safe bet if you wanted to have a bet on this game. So there we go. That's my half-time report for everybody. Looking forward to the second half and seeing where we go from there. It's a Manchester derby. Really want City to push on and get the winner and win this game and knock United out the cup. That would be really, really nice. So we've got Marco tuning in from Croatia. Love it. Lovely country as well. So thank you for tuning in. What player do I think performed the worst in the first half? I presume from a City point of view. Probably wasn't all impressed with Raheem Sterling. Looks a bit quiet. I think Mahrez is having a bit of a quiet game. I thought Foden and De Bruyne are looking a little bit lively for Manchester City. Ruben Dias is playing well for City at the moment. There we go. As Tad HG says, he's tuning in from America. So very nice. Sergio Aguero isn't fit to go at this moment in time, which is disappointing. I think this game would be ready-made for Kun Aguero to come on. There we go. Just reading about the some thoughts on Twitter about City's first half there. People don't seem overly concerned. City just need to step it up a little bit and be more accurate with their shooting, which I definitely can't disagree with. Definitely cannot disagree with that. Yeah, other than that, it's not. Been a bit of a meh half, if I'm honest. That's my thoughts. It is all about players being clinical. When the opportunity presents themselves, you need to put the ball into the back of the net. That's what you need to do. I could probably see Jesus coming on rather than Aguero. Jesus is on the bench. Just returned to City training, I think, is it either yet? I think yesterday. So he's only done one. The ball smacks off the post. I'm fairly sure we've got VAR for this game. I imagine Man United will be looking for a penalty. That's what they'll be looking for. He did. He's isolated and perfectly fine now. Like I said, he'll have had his negative tests for him to return back to training and ready to go for City. Dream City signing. That's an interesting question. probably say Erling Haaland, because I think he's a sensational football player. Probably my dream City sign if he's to say we can sign anyone in the summer. As we get a replay, that great save that Steffen did early in the first half. I think you're being optimistic there, Chara, 2-1 to City. I don't see 3 goals happening in this second half, if I'm honest. Not really much else to add on. Jedi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? If you could use any player in the world for City in the second half, who would I use? I think it's all about unlocking Manchester United's defence and threading someone clinical. You go put a ball into the box, someone that Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden could work. I'd probably go with someone like Lewandowski in the second half. It's a good question though, I like that question. If it's you, thank you for tuning back in. Much appreciated and welcome back. Alex, you might be right with that 0-0. Might have to change my prediction to 0-0. Penalty shootout. I don't think I can be dealing with a penalty shootout. I'd rather have Lewandowski than Kane. I think Lewandowski's just a phenomenal striker. I think City will sign a left back if we sell a Zinchenko or a Mendy, and I don't think we'll sell anybody. So with that in mind, I don't think we'll sign anybody, but doesn't mean we won't have news, because we are certainly getting enough news to do our daily transfer update so far, and we're nearly a week strong. Got 3 more weeks to go. Just have a look at the reactions on Twitter, so I'm just a little bit quiet. All a bit lackadaisical, isn't it? Colin Bell, fantastic player. Brilliant player, of course, yes. Live stream is dedicated to the legend Colin Bell, Manchester City legend that did sadly pass away yesterday at the age of 74. This live stream is dedicated into his memory, so there will be no adverts or promos or sponsors or anything rolling for this live stream. Just purely dedicated football to Colin Bell, who was a sensational football player. Not, like I said, not just for Manchester City, but to the whole footballing world. He's a massive loss to the footballing community, and my thoughts are with Colin's friends and family at this incredibly sad and difficult time. literally just waiting for the second half, which shouldn't be too far away now, which is good. And we are just waiting for the players to come back out. 3-0 City in the second half, that would be great, but I just don't see that happening. Thank you, Jedi, I appreciate it. I do, much appreciated, the kind comment there. Asim, I'm going for 1-0 Manchester City. I'm still sticking for Kevin De Bruyne to find that winning goal for Manchester City. 1-0, that was my score prediction at the beginning. I'm sticking with it, because I didn't think this would be full of goals. So here we go. $10-0 City. I think that would be nice, but don't see that. 10 goals in the second half. Don't see that one at all, if I'm honest. I apologise, I keep yawning, by the way. It's just been a very long day. We're at the latter parts of the day now. Foden is having a very good game. Finding the space, making things work. I think Gundogan and Foden are having very good games, in my opinion. As the players are out now for the second half, so we shouldn't be too far away from this game getting back underway. 45 more minutes to go. If this game is still level after 90 minutes, as far as I am aware, no extra time, straight to penalty. Penalties. Not straight to penalty. Doesn't make sense. Penalties. As Man City do come out for the second half as well, as Manchester United are already out. Come on, City, let's go. As Pep takes his seat, ready for the start of this second half. Seems to have been a long half time, that one. So it's Manchester United that's going to get us underway for the start of the second half. Bruno Fernandes, as the PE teacher comes walking down the touchline as well. And we are underway for the second half. Is it Bruno Fernandes that it does get us underway for the second half? So United have got a free kick in a bit of a dangerous position here. Good chance for United to possibly put a ball into the box. Just inside the City half. It's out wide. It's a good chance for them to drift something in. It's Luke Shaw that's standing over it. Bruno Fernandes has come over as well. Looks like it'd suit the left foot of this to whip one in and put it onto the penalty spot. As it is Shaw. Does put it towards that penalty spot area and it's flicked on towards the far post. City do get a foot onto the ball to scramble it clear. As United look to try and work the ball back into the box, it's hoofed back in. Fernandinho intercepts. Kevin De Bruyne now. Can he find a pass? Works the ball out wide to try and find Mahrez. It's nowhere to be seen, and so United just get the ball back to Dean Henderson, who will launch the ball forward for United. Ruben Dias now. Fernandinho finding the space well in the middle. So crucial. Finding space in the middle. not too many players out there that are better at finding space in the middle than Fernandinho. As the ball just opened up nicely there for Gundogan. He tries to pass, and I thought there's a chance for him to wrap his foot around and have a shot from the outside of the penalty area there, but he chooses not to take that option, which is a little bit disappointing. I thought there was a shot there to be had. I wonder what Pep said at half-time to the players of Fernandinho. Brings down Paul Pogba, completely takes him out there. Fernandinho's going to get himself a yellow card. The first yellow card of the game. That will make Fernandinho feel better, as Fernandinho had initially hurt his head. He's got himself up as Paul Pogba's still on the ground. Bit of a weird challenge, that one, because Fernandinho wasn't really close to the ball, and nor was Paul Pogba. He slid in to take him out anyway, even though the ball was going past both of them. Anyway, Paul Pogba is up and seems okay, as United have their free kick now. Luke Shaw to take. Looks like it's going to be launched, and is. Zinchenko challenging with Rashford in the air. City bring it clear. Riyad Mahrez now seems to be going through the centre plane as the striker for City, as a free kick's given to Maguire. How's that a free kick to Maguire? What on earth? What a ludicrous decision. Anyway, United launch the ball forward. Ruben Dias picks it off for City and clears the ball forward. Loose ball is going to be picked up by United, as City intercept well. Very well, actually, as it's Kevin De Bruyne launching bringing the ball forward for City. United momentarily get their foot on the ball before Fernandinho deals with the poignant threat of a possible counter-attack and keeps the hold of the ball for Manchester City. John Stones now in the middle to Fernandinho inside the United half. Raheem Sterling now seems to be in the middle rather than Mahrez. To Zinchenko on the left-hand side, playing left-back this evening. And Raheem Sterling gets himself a free kick from McTominay. So again, pretty similar to the position United had with a free kick here. So thinks it might look to try and put this towards the penalty area, possibly. As it comes in, it's not a bad ball in, it flicks in, it's into the back of the net. Let's not get too excited because the offside flag could go up. John Stones is celebrating. I think this is 1-0 Manchester City. Let's not get too excited just yet. United are all looking and asking questions, wanting something. So like I said, let's not get excited just yet. I'm fairly sure there is VAR in this before this goal is allowed. So let's check firstly for offside. That could be a close one. John Stones is certainly onside. So I think this could stand, you know. So a good ball in, and it just hits Stones and goes in. Very similar to the own goal he scored at the same end, actually. Goes into the back of the net. Get in indeed, it is. I think the goal's going to be given. It is going to be Manchester City that draw the first blood on the 50th minute. That man, rejuvenated John Stones, putting Manchester City into the lead. I was waiting for a delayed kickoff, so there is VAR. So I'm not sure what VAR is having a look at. I think the goal has... Yep, it stands. The goal stands. 1-0 Manchester City. Get in. I didn't think it was getting a goal, and I certainly didn't think it was coming about from John Stones. So there we go. Scores at the wrong end after, what was it, 3 or 4 minutes. Ruled out offside in the build-up. Bam, there he is, putting it in at the right end for Manchester City to give us the lead here. First blood, Manchester City. Chin chin. Stones is class. He's fantastic. He's been brilliant this season. City bringing the ball forward once more. Phil Foden just about gets his head onto that, and United clear their lines, although Phil Foden picks up the loose ball once more. Here is Foden now. De Bruyne. Out to Cancelo. Space is opening up. He has a shot, and it's over the bar. Cancelo rubs his face, thinking that was an opportunity there. Looking for the top left-hand corner as we're looking at it, top right-hand corner, as the goalkeeper's looking at it. Wasn't a bad effort that from Joao Cancelo, just over the crossbar as well. Pep urged him to shoot there. Oh, he's there. Pep looks happy there. Giving an applaud there. Yeah, Joao Cancelo rejuvenated as well, having a great season. Stones, Cancelo, Ruben Dias. Solid players there for City. Solid players. United now got work to do. Need to find a goal. They want to have the opportunity to potentially progress to the Carabao Cup final to play Tottenham Hotspur in April. Luke Shaw bringing United forward now. Paul Pogba plays a ball through. Oleksandr Zinchenko intercepts it. I agree there, Javon. City need that second goal now. Keep pushing. Don't sit back. City have every confidence that they can keep a clean sheet, but I think they should keep going. Phil Foden goes down. He's not happy. Looks in a bit of pain from under a challenge from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. See you later, Alex. Thanks for tuning in. Antoine scouting the opposition for the Carabao Cup final. I'm loving the mentality of everybody today. Come on, City, let's find that second. Let's keep going. That's exactly what we want to be doing as United, looking for a response here. No gaps. Good tackle. Good interception from City. Kevin De Bruyne now. Out to Raheem Sterling on the right-hand side. Just go at Maguire. I mean, Maguire's like the Titanic. He's so slow. Knock the ball past and run past him. Terrible player. Terrible player. I just don't rate him at all. When he was playing for England and England were being physical and attacking, I didn't think Maguire was too bad of a player, but since his time at United and his stint, and he's moved out of being the big fish in the small pond and he's become that small fish in a big pond. Terrible. Just an awful player. Well out of his depth. I think City's proper dodged a bullet not signing Harry Maguire. Proper dodged a bullet. Premier League, thanks for tuning in. Have a nice day. Thanks once more for tuning into the live watch along for the Manchester City game on the JSGC channel. A JSGC regular, I appreciate it. Sahil, you did. Stones is a solid player. He's having a great season. The only problem I've got with John Stones is injuries. That's it. Never doubted the quality. He's hit the levels before and he can certainly hit them again, and he is hitting them again. It's just about staying injury-free. If you can stay injury-free, it's class. Absolutely class. As mentioned, even getting a call-up for England, and naturally he should. To me, when Stones is in the form that he's in, he's England's best centre-back by a country mile. Absolute country mile. Needs a good partner standing next to him, and I don't mean Harry Maguire. Speaking of that man, Stones works the ball back to Zack Steffen. My favourite City player, probably Fernandinho. Love his no-nonsense. I'm going to miss him when he leaves. Vastly, criminally underrated player. Love Kevin De Bruyne. I think he's a sensational player as well as Fred. I didn't even know Fred was playing. He's had a quiet game. Intercepts the ball well now. Pogba. United driving forward. That was a bit of a dodgy tackle, that one, from, I think it was Ruben Dias sliding in, but gets the ball cleanly, thankfully. City have a 4-on-3 situation if they can get the pass right here. Phil Foden out wide now. Can he get a ball across? Oh, I should have been playing that to the near post, although he gets a head onto it, and it's a good save from Henderson from a Raheem Sterling header, and it's a corner to Manchester City. I think that was probably drifting wide, and Henderson just wanted to make sure there. Ilkay Gundogan just holds his run, and Phil Foden could have just turned that and passed back to him, and he'd been in a good yard of space. Weren't a bad header that from Raheem Sterling, looking to divert it back onto goal because he didn't really have too much to work with. It was slightly behind him. Henderson does do well to get a hand onto that. Like I said, I did think it was going wide though. And goes out for a corner here to Manchester City. So let's see if City can go one better and do something from the corner and double our lead and give ourselves clear daylight, which would be great. It's going to be De Bruyne to take the corner for Manchester City. He chooses to pass the ball rather than work the ball in. City choosing to do that second pass. Ball eventually does come in. It's not a bad ball in. Mahrez takes an extra touch. And United have the bodies back there to clear it. Joao Cancelo puts another good ball in, and it's just beyond. I think that was Phil Foden at the back post there. And I think that's gone out of play for a goal kick. That was a tremendous ball in from Joao Cancelo. Phil Foden did everything right there. Looked onside, gambled as well, and he weren't far away at all. Great ball in, very unlucky. Just about a yard ahead of Phil Foden there. Good play that by Manchester City, good play. City have stepped it up this second half, looking a lot sharper, a lot better. Certainly playing a lot better first 15 minutes this half than what we did the first 15 minutes of the first half. United's press has kind of gone away, is what I have noticed. Although United are starting to find a little bit more space as the ball comes into the box. It's dealt with though by John Stones. Pogba's got the loose ball though. Ball comes across. It's going to be one in the air by Manchester United, but out of play for a goal kick after Martial couldn't direct his header goalwards. I feel like the deflection made that a good cross in then by Shaw. Zinchenko wasn't happy with something there. Martial couldn't direct anything goalwards. Just about did enough there. Zinchenko to put off Martial. City now bringing the ball forward. How many times do I say that in a live stream? De Bruyne now. Great pass out to Raheem Sterling. Mahrez overlaps. Sterling, I don't think it's going to use him. It's a good bit of play. Sterling tries to go around the keeper. It's a good bit of goalkeeping. Good bit of goalkeeping that by Dean Henderson to intercept the ball off Raheem Sterling. I think Mahrez and Sterling are moaning at each other. Mahrez wanted the pass played into him. All smiles now. Oh, like it went out of play before. Oh no, it's okay. So throw into Manchester City. We're through 2/3 of this game now. Good evening, Ben. Thanks for tuning in. As United intercepts. Paul Pogba bringing the ball forward. As City have upped them possession stats in the last 10 minutes or so. City having 3/4 of the ball to United's 1/4. Do your maths, you'll be able to figure out the percentages there. As Raheem Sterling now takes control of the ball. Joao Cancelo. Ruben Dias with the ball for City. Plays his ball back to John Stones. De Bruyne now intercepted from Paul Pogba. Does enough there, Kevin De Bruyne, to nearly win the ball away. Although United did have the ball, but City bringing it away now. Here's Riyad Mahrez driving at the United defence. He's got a good chance to shoot. What a shot and what a save from Dean Henderson. What a save. Riyad Mahrez drifting in onto his stronger left foot. Gets a brilliant connection on that. Looks destined for the back of the net. What a save from Dean Henderson. A brilliant shot from Mahrez. Good work from Mahrez too. Isn't in the corner, so it gives the keeper half a chance there to make the save. Gets a good solid hand onto it, a right hand onto it, and tips it over the bar. Desperately unlucky that from Riyad Mahrez, but quality goalkeeping from Dean Henderson. Feel like Dean Henderson needs to be playing regular first team football. Bit wasted on the Manchester United bench, in my opinion. Has to come a point, surely, in the summer where either Henderson or De Gea has to leave United. As a corner comes in, City can't direct their header goalwards, and so United bring it clear. Possible chance on the counter-attack here if United can play it right. And Pogba now looking to take on Zinchenko. Zinchenko goes down, but good recovery. Bit of defending there from that man, John Stones, who found the goal for Manchester City. What a season Stones is having. I think he's England's best centre-back. Said that before. Certainly still thinking that. He's having an outstanding season, and John Stones well on his way to becoming my JSGC man of the match for this game. Everything stays the same. I reckon John Stones will be winning that illustrious prize. Stones is fantastic. A brilliant player. Like I said, keep him injury-free, give him a run of games, get his confidence up, and then all of a sudden you get the best out of him. Well, that's a good ball by Pogba. Martial now plays it across. What a great bit of defending. It's that man Ruben Dias this time. What a partnership this Stones and Ruben Dias partnership is. It's no wonder Aymeric Laporte cannot get into the Manchester City side. These two are just brilliant playing together. They are fantastic. Love the partnership they're forming. Absolutely brilliant. They both seem really confident and settled and happy with each other. And it's just excelling City's defence. For how bad we was last season with our defence to how brilliant we are this season. It's just stark contrast as United win the header from that corner, goes flying out of play for a goal kick to Manchester City. Oh, 100% Kevin De Bruyne better than Bruno Fernandes. Though I do have a lot of respect for Bruno Fernandes. I think he's a very, very good player. On their day, I think Aymeric Laporte's better than John Stones. But in terms of consistency right now, I would say Stones is better than... that was really weird. That goal kick was just taken by Ruben Dias and passed it to Zack Steffen. That's really weird. Anyway, yeah, John Stones on current form better than Aymeric Laporte in terms of pound-for-pound ability. Both playing on top of their game, I'd say Laporte. I think Laporte's one of the best defenders in the Premier League. When put right up there, I think only Virgil van Dijk would be able to compete with him. And Joao Cancelo pulls in a brilliant tackle. What a season Cancelo's having as well. Oh, I love it. Poor pass out from Gundogan there, though, and United win the ball back. He's not happy with the movement there. He felt like the City player should have been on that. So Bruno Fernandes has a shot, and Zack Steffen, not troubling him there, picks up the loose ball for Manchester City. Sarah there. KDB is God. And a brilliant player, Kevin De Bruyne. Brilliant player. He looked very fresh in that game against Chelsea, didn't he? I said he needed a rest, and so having that week off that City's had after the Everton postponement seems to have done him a world of good. I reckon if City can keep De Bruyne injury-free and just keep giving him regular rests every now and then, I think we could be seeing De Bruyne going back to his top level that we know he's capable of. I've not really seen enough of Steffen to judge if I think he's better than Dean Henderson. I mean, Dean Henderson played for Sheffield United last season, playing in the first team squad. I think they're both very good goalkeepers, though. I think both goalkeepers, at some point within the next 12 months or so, will say that they're not happy being on the bench. Happy to do it for a season, see where it goes from there. And then I can see both keepers, if they don't get into the first team squad, leaving for first team football, because like I said, they're too young, they're too good to be sat on the bench. Pogba now bringing United forward into the City half. John Stones makes a good tackle. Cancelo's there just to mop up for Manchester City. It's a poor pass out though. But McTominay intercepts. So more defending for Manchester City to do here. Wan-Bissaka. Not Wan-Bissaka, sorry. Why have I said Wan-Bissaka? Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes' name right in my head, and yet for some reason my mouth just goes Wan-Bissaka. Don't get it. Don't get it. City are in a great position here. 23 minutes or so to go. 1-0 up at Old Trafford. Let's get the job done. Get that second goal. Let's kill this game off. That's what I'm looking for now. Zinchenko with the ball. Working the ball forward for City. With that little poignant period, next 15 minutes or so, United will look to really step up their game last 10 if this stays the same at 1-0. City need that second goal. It's a good bit of play. Pass was there for Gundogan to make. He doesn't make it to Fred through Foden. Cancelo in the centre now. Raheem Sterling. Where's the movement in the box? De Bruyne does the overlap, creates a space. Cancelo gets a shot away. It's blocked. Wasn't an angle there. Fernandinho, he'll have a shot. It's blocked once more. And will be picked up by Dean Henderson in the United goal. I think on the day, Pogba's better. I think Pogba's an exceptional central midfielder. He's just very inconsistent. And so on his day, he doesn't come about often enough. As Fred goes into the book for Manchester United, their first yellow card with a challenge on Ilkay Gundogan. And Gundogan started to give himself a little bit more consistency. Obviously, his first season at City was fairly sure it was hampered by an injury. Had a bit of a slow start to his City career and had good games every now and then. But as the seasons have gone on by, and for the last 18 months or so, he gets a lot of criticism, just like Riyad Mahrez does. And I feel like they're scapegoated a lot by the City faithful. And actually, Ilkay Gundogan is a good squad player for Manchester City, and certainly does do a good job for City, and I feel like he's improving a lot with his consistency, and I do think that over the last season Gundogan's showing a lot more consistency than Paul Pogba. Like I said though, on their day in pound for pound ability, Pogba is a better player. He just needs more consistency. That's a good ball threaded through, and it can't be controlled by the United. When we're going to see the substitutes is what I'm wondering next. Rashford couldn't control that. Would I prefer the Premier League or Champions League? I'd probably prefer the Champions League because we've obviously seen City win the Premier League a few times. And we know that's the prize they're looking for, the Champions League. So it would be nice to finally get to the final of the Champions League and go and win the Champions League. Get that burden off our back. And then move on from there, because it can become a bit like PSG, a bit obsessive. You want to win it, and so each of your seasons is determined on whether you win the Champions League or not. That's a great ball from De Bruyne to Foden, and his cross is blocked. No subs yet. Bend over, thanks for tuning in. I'm very well, thank you. Nice to see you coming and tuning back in. But yeah, I'm very well, thank you. How are you on this So far, fine evening for Manchester City, leading 1-0 away at Old Trafford, putting in a good, solid performance. I think a performance that Colin Bell would be very happy with. Seeing Manchester City beating Manchester United, no doubt. Thank you, Zion. City defensively a lot better. Look a lot more reassured and solid at the back. Just lacking, I think both sides are lacking a little bit of a clinical edge to them. Is what I think at the moment, as we've got 18 minutes left of play here. United coming forward. Ball comes into the box. Pogba at the back post to pick up the ball. Playing it back across again. Bruno Fernandes. What an opportunity that was for Manchester United. That was a really big opportunity. Bruno Fernandes opening up his body, looking for the far post. There was a gap there for him to find his shot, find the space, did all the hard work, just couldn't get his shot on target there. Tuning in from beautiful Jamaica. Like what you're seeing, we need that killer second goal to kill the game off. Definitely what we're looking for. As Mason Greenwood is going to be the first substitute to come on for this game, and that will be for Manchester United. Do I think City will win? I think we've got enough quality on the pitch to see out this victory and go through to the final. I hope that we do. I think that we will. I agree there, Ben. Glad that you're okay. But yeah, definitely do agree. City certainly not hitting the height and levels that we've hit previously in the last 2 or 3 seasons. But in terms of the season where we was at the beginning of the season, just 3 months ago, to where we're at now, we look more organised, more solid, more confident in front of goal. And we need to start getting a run of form and start building on these good performances now. With teams around us dropping points, I think it's an ideal opportunity that City can see what everyone else is doing. We know what we need to do. Go and do it. That's what we need to be doing. United now seeing a lot more of the ball, certainly a lot more in the City half. United really up in the ante. That's why they're making that substitute as well. City need to be careful about mistakes here. Like I said, sooner get that killer second goal, the better. See off the game. City is struggling to create opportunities here. It is all Manchester United right now. United coming forward once more. Wan-Bissaka. And it was Wan-Bissaka this time. To Martial in the middle. Driving at the City's centre-backs. Goes down. Chucks himself to the ground. Looking in hope. Ruben Dias is really angry, shouting at the referee. I think he's wanting a yellow card for simulation there. It's just 100% just looking for something. Just run at the City defence, go down and see if you can get anything. Nothing in that at all. It's a dive. Should be yellow card. Absolutely should be yellow carded for that. It's just 100% dive. No wonder Ruben Dias was really upset there and angry. It's cheating. It is. Ben, I agree. It's just complete cheating that. As McTominay comes off and Greenwood comes on. Manchester is blue. It's annoyed me that with him not getting a yellow card. That should have been 100% a yellow card. 100%. Really annoying. I think I'd probably prefer City beating United in the Premier League. I mean, City's won the Carabao Cup for the last, 4 times in a row? Whatever it is. 3-4 times in a row. certainly the Premier League is certainly where City's desires are looking for. And City well in that title race now. Liverpool dropping more points this on Monday evening. As for Fernandinho bringing the ball clear for Manchester City now. Ilkay Gundogan just looking to ease Man City out of congested trouble there. And bringing the ball forward. And makes his run after a good ball with Raheem Sterling. Harry Maguire, though, makes the tackle and can bring the ball clear for United. United looking for space. As I think Fernandes just about keeps that in play. United choosing just to take the safe option and work it backwards and look for space. Yeah, see, last 5 minutes, United having 77% of the possession compared with City's 23%. So getting them percentages back down for United. Certainly, it's all to play for. I love knockout games. I love cup competition. Manchester City or Manchester derbies in cup competitions are great. I would say if Man United weren't so rubbish in the Champions League, that it would be nice to have a 2-leg Champions League game for a Manchester derby at Old Trafford and at the Etihad. That would be a great quarter-final or semi-final, but not this season, as Joao Cancelo just completely takes out Rashford, and then Luke Shaw takes out Cancelo, so they square up against each other. Bit of aggravation going on. It's not a derby without a bit of aggravation. Nice to see there's a little bit of aggravation going on. It's all been a bit too friendly the last few Manchester derbies for my liking. Fernandinho and Joao Cancelo are now starting to get stuck in for Manchester City in this match so far, which is good. As Cancelo is going into the book. As United's got themselves a free kick in a dangerous area here. 12 minutes to go. Time running out for Manchester United. I miss Balotelli's antics in a Manchester derby. Remember when we beat them in the FA Cup semi-final? Ferdinand grabbing that famous picture of him winking. Legendary moment. Legendary moment. Manchester City make their first substitution. It's Riyad Mahrez. I thought he's had a better second half here for City. He comes off, has looked lively in the second half, and it is Rodri helping to try and shore things up in the middle for City and at the back who comes on. Also helps with a bit of height into the middle as Fernandinho wins the header from that free kick worked in by United. So the immediate danger dealt with by Manchester City. There's 11 minutes to go here. It is Manchester United 0, Manchester City 1 in the Carabao Cup semi-final. One-leg match, all to play for. United need to find a goal to try and send this to a penalty shootout. Manchester City holding on at the moment. What a tackle by Cancelo. Just been put on a yellow card as well, goes sliding in. I think the last thing we need right now is 10 men. As United go for a long-range effort from Bruno Fernandes. It isn't troubling anyone, and it goes sailing over the bar and out for a goal kick to City. So 10 minutes to go. Like I said, time is running out for United. It's John Stones that's given Manchester City the lead here. City have had 2 disallowed goals already today. One through Ilkay Gundogan, the other through Phil Foden. Manchester United have had their goal disallowed as well. Theirs was first. That came through an own goal from John Stones. Marcus Rashford was offside in the build-up. Why have we got outfield players taking goal kicks? I don't get it. It's a poor pass out, though, by the man Rodri that's just come on for City. So City have got a little bit more defending to do. I'm going to get hated and crucified for this, but I'd probably say Alisson's probably the best keeper in the Premier League. Extra time, straight to penalties. I think it's straight to penalties. I'm not under the impression that this is into extra time. I know the final, I think, is definitely extra time, but I think everything else is straight to pens. I think. Maybe I should check on that. I'll check on that. Give me a moment. As United are into a good position in the penalty area. More good defending though by Manchester City. De Bruyne on the left-hand side. Puts a ball into the box, and it's a good bit of defending from United. And out for a throw into City. Oh, there is extra time. There you go. Extra time if this is 1-1. Got extra time. I don't want 30 minutes. Please hold on, City. Please. I don't want extra time. Really don't want extra time. Oh, hit one back. De Bruyne. And it's over the bar. And out for a corner to Manchester City. I really, really don't want extra time. So it's going to be De Bruyne with the corner here for Manchester City. Flicked and cleared by United. Fernandinho hits and into the back of the net. 2-0 Manchester City. Pep Guardiola's delighted. It's Fernandinho. Give that man a new contract. 12-month extension. Make it happen. Fernandinho making it Manchester United 0, Manchester City 2. City on their way into the final of the Carabao Cup once more. Tottenham Hotspur at Wembley. See you there. Fernandinho with a great goal for Manchester City. The corner came in. United win the header. Flicked on. Fernandinho hits it on the volley. I think Dean Henderson's blinded by everyone. It's perfectly hit. Sweetly hit by Fernandinho. Game, set and match. There's the killer second goal that City have been looking for. Pep's delighted. Finally we can beat Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's only taken a few attempts. But there we go. Manchester United 0. Manchester City 2. Here we go. Get in. First goal for Fernandinho since October 2018. Yep, get him a new contract. Let's make it happen. Get in. Get in. City could get worse. De Bruyne. Let's humiliate them. Not a good pass to Raheem Sterling, though. Intercepted by Man United. United's got 6 minutes. Need a goal right now. They need a goal right now. It's well worked. Wan-Bissaka. Ball comes in from United. They need something. This defence for City. Ruben Dias, John Stones, Cancelo. It does a job. Zinchenko, let's give him a shout out as well. He's playing at left back. He's part of the defence. It's holding firm. Although, could be about to change. It's intercepted. They want a penalty, United do. Referee says no. So once again, United look to just build up and try and find something. City, all 11 players now. We're parking the bus. We're parking the bus. All 11 players by City behind the ball. United work a ball into the box. Ruben Dias is there. He's going to deal with that and just boots the ball clear for Manchester City. A heavy touch there, so it's going to be intercepted. Phil Foden now driving into an out wide area, taking on Lindelof. Again, he's had a quiet game. I didn't even know Lindelof was playing. Just brings down Phil Foden. No free kick given there. So play on. It carries on here. United continue to try and work this ball forward. They distribute the ball out wide. Rashford keeps the ball in play. City, though, win the ball back. Ruben Dias is a great defender. What a signing he's been for Manchester City. Could be a blessing in disguise to miss out on Kalidou Koulibaly, the saga that went on all summer. All summer. The Jorginho 2.0 saga with Napoli once more. De Bruyne on the left-hand side for Manchester City. Tries to thread a ball through to Phil Foden. There's too much on that. Can't shake off, I think it was Wan-Bissaka, and it goes through to Dean Henderson. Then United can launch their next attack. Needing a goal and quick. Although poor pass out means Cancelo can intercept. Pogba can't get to the ball. And so it's Rodri with the ball now. He came on as a substitute for Riyad Mahrez about 5 minutes or so ago. Fernandinho, the man with the second goal. Two unlikely scorers, John Stones and Fernandinho. What odds would you have got on John Stones and Fernandinho scoring today? Wowzers. Zinchenko now. De Bruyne, Zinchenko, De Bruyne, Zinchenko. Rodri spoils that little party of 1-2s going on. De Bruyne now. Bringing the ball forward. Cancelo's got Raheem Sterling to the one side. It's a poor pass from Cancelo, and Luke Shaw can intercept there. That should have been a lot better ball. Should have been a little bit further out wide to allow Raheem Sterling, if he wanted to wrap his foot onto that and have a shot and try and look for the outside of the post. Knowing Raheem Sterling, he'd probably take a touch, try and cut inside and get tackled. As Fred comes off, Donny van de Beek comes on for Manchester United, their last throw of the dice. Who's better, Koulibaly or Ruben Dias? Ruben Dias for me. Well, Fernandinho, there you go. See, I want him on a new contract. New contract needs to happen. We need to get it going. We need a campaign going. Fernandinho, contract extension. Ooh, like there was a bit of frost on the pitch there then. That shouldn't be happening on the touchline there. So there's 2 minutes or so to go here. And the ball goes out of play once more for Manchester City for a throw. No, we're doing this famous old keep hold of the ball near the Manchester United corner flag, kick it off, then get some throw-ins, get some corners and wind them up. Although we're intercepted now and Paul Pogba can bring it away. City they'll win the ball back through a nice bit of pressing. Thoughts on the league table so far? Underwhelming for Manchester City. Could be better, could be worse. Need to be making sure we're winning them games in hand and putting the pressure on. I'm looking at City's next 6 or 7 fixtures. I think they're very winnable. All these games that we've got coming up to the build-up to the match at Anfield, I think we should be winning. If we can win all them games, I think we're putting ourselves in a solid position. If not, then we should be winning these games. And so if we're wanting success for the season, we need to be winning the games that we've got between now and that match against Liverpool at the beginning of February. All winnable games as far as I am concerned. I saw Barcelona were playing and Lionel Messi scored, didn't he? So Atletico Madrid have gone out of the is it the Copa del Rey in Spain as well to a Spanish 3rd division side. It's a surprise. As we're into the final minute of normal time, United boot the ball forward. It's dealt with though by City at the back once more. United need to find a goal and quick. I think first and foremost City just need to focus on trying to get themselves into a good position to get into the top 4 before we even start looking at the title. But like I said, we can win all the games between now and then. That game against Liverpool at Anfield, and I think that puts us in a good position to have top 4 football in the grasp of our hand, and we just need consistency from then to the end of the season. It's that game at Anfield, I think, that will help determine if we're going to win the title or not. Win at Anfield and win all them games, all of a sudden I'm saying, yeah, here we go. If not, we'll take it as it comes. Take it one game at a time. Winning this game, we're playing some good football, we're grinding out results, we're doing well at this moment in time. Just take it one game at a time. We've got the FA Cup coming up next, a game against Birmingham City on Sunday, which yes, we'll be doing a watch-along for, so make sure you stay tuned for that. As Ruben Dias gets himself the man of the match, I'm going to give my JSGC man of the match to John Stones. I think he's had a great game. Ruben Dias and Fernandinho and Ilkay Gundogan all up there for contenders too. So special shout out to them. The City have got themselves a free kick here. Just on the outside of the Manchester United penalty area on the City right hand side as Luke Shaw goes into the book. So a chance here for De Bruyne to whip a ball in. I'm amazed with so many games coming thick and fast that City aren't making subs. Got a couple of minutes here. I think there's a good chance to get a couple of the young players on to get a couple of debuts in there. Getting Betty on or something like that's what I'd be looking for now with the substitutes, because we've only made one. But we will be wholesale changes for the game against Birmingham, but there we go. Dad, they certainly have done it for Colin tonight. It's been a really good performance from City. De Bruyne puts the ball into the box, isn't a good ball, will fizzle and go out for a goal kick. It wastes a bit more time. We're into the first 3 minutes added on here, so City have just got 2 more minutes to hold on. We're 2-0 up. Can we keep a clean sheet at Old Trafford and pick up a brilliant, solid win? And we can move on to the final of the Carabao Cup, a match against Tottenham Hotspur, the old rivalry. Jose Mourinho taking on Pep Guardiola at Wembley. City like playing at Wembley against Tottenham Hotspur. Can we win the Carabao Cup once more? That final will be in April 25th. Here we go. It's all about if City can keep hold of their clean sheet. It's Chelsea 2.0 here. United bringing the ball forward. Wan-Bissaka now. United need a goal if they are to get anything from this game right now. It's too late if they don't score right now. Paul Pogba. Ball needs to go into the box. They have a shot. It's blocked. And that'll be that. That should be City going through. City managed to clear their lines. The ball goes out of play for a throw-in to Manchester City. Less than a minute to go now. Ruben Dias has been fantastic this evening. Absolutely sensational. Ball comes forward from Manchester United. Headed clear by Manchester City. So Foden, he's had a great game as well. Picks up the loose ball for Manchester City. Keeps it in. So United into the penalty area. Can they get a goal? It's just out of play for a corner in what will be the last action of the half. Ruben Dias once more doing the business from the for the defending for Manchester City. So one last bit of defending. Can City keep hold of their clean sheet at Old Trafford? Can Zack Steffen get himself a clean sheet at Old Trafford for a Manchester derby? He'll have been gutted not to have got himself a clean sheet in the match against Chelsea. City head the ball clear. And there is the full-time whistle, ladies and gentlemen. Manchester United 0, Manchester City 2. It's Manchester City that win the Manchester derby. It's Manchester United that exit out of the Carabao Cup. You're telling me it's a Mickey Mouse Cup that no one cares about? Look at the scenes at City right now. All huddled together. It's a team effort. Everyone's got a smile on their face. Everyone's delighted. We're through to another domestic cup final. Pep loves trophies, loves winning, loves the Carabao Cup. Tottenham Hotspur, we're coming for you. Final April 25th, Wembley Stadium. See you there. Fernandinho's put in a great performance today, getting himself a goal. That man John Stones getting himself a goal as well after scoring an own goal for it to be disallowed early on for offside in the build-up. Getting himself a goal. He's got himself my JSGC man of the match. Could easily have gone to Ruben Dias. Could easily have gone to Fernandinho, who we've now got a campaign going for him to sign a new contract extension at Manchester City. Could easily have gone for Ilkay Gundogan, Phil Foden. A good, solid team performance this from Manchester City. We could easily have had 3 or 4, if I'm completely honest. We had a couple of disallowed goals for offside. Ilkay Gundogan got himself an offside goal. Phil Foden got himself an offside goal as well. Could easily have been even more for Manchester City. Wembley, here we come. My only hope now is that we will have fans back in stadium for that match on April 25th. Of course, the match has been moved to April, end of April, to try and make it as realistic as possible that we could have fans in the stadium by then, because there's absolutely no chance of fans being in stadiums by the end of February. That's why that match has been moved. But we will be in a final. Manchester City will be taking on Tottenham Hotspur at Wembley on April 25th. The match will be live on Sky Sports. If you are in the UK, the match is also confirmed as a 4 p.m. kickoff on April 25th. Fantastic by Manchester City. Brilliant performance. Sensational. Brilliant. Not really too many more adjectives really that I can use. Like I said, City have put in a great performance, a performance that I'm sure has done Colin Bell, has made him immensely proud right up there. in heaven. So that's absolutely fantastic from Manchester City. So let's do a quick analysis before we end this live stream. It's been 60% possession for Manchester City and 40% possession for Manchester United. City had 12 shots, 4 on target, 2 goals. Not too shabby at all. 11 shots for Manchester United, 2 on target, no goals. They'll be disappointed with that. City's pass completion rate did drop off in the second half, dropped to just below 88% pass completion rate. United's at 84.5%. Still neither side managed to create clear-cut chances. Both sides had 4 corners apiece. Both sides had 3 corners apiece. City's tackle completion rate, fantastic. Cancelo and Ruben Dias and John Stones all brilliant with their tackling. City's tackling at 66.7% tackle completion rate. United's at a very respectable 56.3% pass completion tackle completion rate. Aerial duels for United at 44.4%. City winning 55.6% of their aerial duels. Both keepers had a couple of saves to make. Zack Steffen made one fantastic save with his right hand from Bruno Fernandes, and Dean Henderson made a fantastic save in the second half from a strong left-footed shot from Riyad Mahrez. So both keepers making good saves there. Both sides also had 2 yellow cards apiece. So a very nitty-gritty Manchester derby. Needed quality, was sorted by Manchester City, and it's Manchester City that do come out smelling of roses after this Manchester derby, and so it is Manchester City that will be taking on Tottenham Hotspur at Wembley April 25th in the EFL Cup final. We will be back on Sunday for another live watch-along for the match against Birmingham City in the FA Cup third round match, where we'll also be rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates. So I will see everyone for them daily Manchester City transfer updates. And on a very sad last note for this live stream is dedicated to the memory of Manchester City and football legend Colin Bell, who passed away yesterday evening at the age of 74. Everyone associated with the JSGC channel are sending all of their thoughts to Colin Bell's family and friends at this immensely difficult time. And I do hope, with Colin Bell being a Manchester City legend, that this performance from City today, with him in mind, is helped to provide a lasting legacy for Colin Bell, who may be gone but certainly will never be forgotten by the Manchester City faithful. Colin Bell, a wonderful football player for Manchester City. Rest in peace, legend. James has summed that up very well there. So yeah, rest in peace, Colin Bell. We've got the big number 8 on the screen there too, in dedication to Colin Bell in this video, and live stream is dedicated to him and his memory. We'll also be dedicating tomorrow's transfer update to Colin Bell as well. He's a legend at Manchester City, like I said. And so he's definitely fitting of having a live watch-along for a Manchester derby and a transfer update dedicated to his memory. He's an absolute legend at Manchester City. And the king of the Kippax is certainly going to be missed by thousands and thousands of people from all around the world. So rest in peace to Colin Bell. So there we go. That has been the live streaming. What's been a great performance for Manchester City, and has been a fantastic evening for City. It does end on a very, very sad note with Colin Bell passing away yesterday evening. We will be back again on Sunday for the live watch-along for the match against Birmingham City in the FA Cup. Like I said, we will be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates too for everybody to look forward to. So I will see you all then. I want to thank everybody that has tuned into this live watch-along and choosing me for your service for this Manchester derby. It's been an immense pleasure of mine. So thank you everyone for choosing me for your viewing platform. And also just want to wish everybody a very happy evening. I hope everyone goes and enjoys the rest of their evening. And I do hope that at this very difficult time that everyone is safe and well. Yeah, there we go. So thank you everyone for watching. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now. Rest in peace, Colin Bell.